sponsored by the 3D printable miniatures from Loot Studios. I got this goblin as part of a big lot I purchased from Facebook Marketplace. Total cost of this miniature, 10 cents. And this is the Warlord Titan, a huge freaking legendary Warhammer model from forgeworld. It's the second biggest Warhammer model you can buy and arguably the most sought after. Similar to the story where Kyle McDonald traded from a red paperclip to an entire house. We want to trade from my cheapest Warhammer miniature in the collection to the most expensive one you can buy from Games Workshop. But none of this is to give myself an awesome looking miniature, it's all for charity. If I during this year manage to trade my way all the way up to the Warlord Titan, the plan is to paint it up and then put it up for auction and then donate all of the money to a charity. It's probably gonna be a long journey, but I'm super excited to get started and I really want all of you to be part of this, so make sure you're subscribed because now we're gonna get started. We only have one rule for the entire project. Well, Emil, make that two. We cannot be given something for free or as a gift. No! Every trade we do, we have to do with someone who actually wants what we're offering, and offering something that's just a little bit above that in value. The second rule, it has to be miniature related. Whether it's a single miniature, an army, a huge old lot of metal miniatures, maybe a sculptor that reaches out and offers a custom miniature for the next trade person, maybe a 3D printer or an entire board game, as long as it's miniature related. And in the same grand sense of creation, just like on the first day when God created heaven and earth, we made a Facebook post. And before we even start, I want to send out a massive thanks to Trent from Miscast Terrain. All of this was his idea, and if you don't know his channel already, it's probably my favorite hobby channel on the internet, so go give him some love after this video. So I'm just about to publish an ad for the goblin. Hopefully someone will trade with me, but I think it's gonna be a few days, so I'll check back in just a bit, because there we go. We just got a trade. Are you excited? Trading the goblin for a Skitari from probably 10 cents to maybe $1.50 or something. So it's definitely a trade up, which is good. So I got a nice trade lined up. We got a Skitari something.
Yes.
It's a little bit converted.
Yeah, it's another kit, but it's the right, but it's the fancy one with a long rifle.
Right. Nice. This is gonna be a perfect trade up. And the goblin for you were gonna use it for
Talisman, the board game.
Yeah. Oh.
First trade.
And with the ball in motion, the first trade in the bank, I felt ready to take over the world. I slapped up the Skitari model on Facebook, and within the hour, I had the next trade lined up. I posted it on Facebook like a few hours ago, and I've already got a new trade. It's luckily not far from here. It's like a 5 minutes walk. So I put it in my pocket, and I'm off for a little walk. Next trade, you got something for me? Farseer against the Skitari. Nice. We're on the way. And with the Elder Farseer in my possession, I felt like I had made a big step in the right direction. We jumped from a miniature catching about $1.50 to a miniature that would catch about $7 if we would put it up on eBay. That means that we're about 0.5% on the way to the Warlord Titan. And as I'm working on putting up the Farseer on Facebook, I want to tell you a secret trick on how you can multiply the miniatures you have at home. With Loot Studios 3D printable subscription, every month you get a new set of awesome looking fantasy miniatures. A huge variety of miniatures ranging from heroes to monsters to NPCs and even terrain pieces. And every single one of them are highly detailed and realistically sculpted. Like even the fantasy miniatures look real. So if you want to print these, you can print them either in 32mm scale for gaming, 75mm scale for painting, or if you're feeling excited. Every hero that you get each month is also made into a bust. How awesome is that? And if you sign up right now, the welcome pack is ginormous, which means that if you're a first-time subscriber, you get over 70 new models you haven't owned before. And you can print them in how many copies you want. And in the February pack, you get these awesome miniatures, the Banshee, the Hill Giant, and the Young Black Dragon, just to mention a fraction of them. So I put all of the links to Loot down in the video description. You cannot go wrong with them if you love 3D printing. This has gone a lot faster than I thought it would do. We're already on the 3rd trade. I think it's gonna start getting exponentially more difficult the higher value the minis have, because we're gonna have to find a specific trade partner that wants something of that high value at that point. But for the LR4 series, we already have 2 trade offers coming in. The first one being a Killaboss on a great Gnash Tooth and a 2nd edition Tyrannid Warrior. It's probably the ugliest miniature in Warhammer history. We even talked about it in our ugly minis video like 2 years ago. I've done a bit of thinking because the Killaboss is probably worth somewhere around $30–40 if you buy it new, but the Indomitus box is so common that I think on eBay it's probably worth similar to what the Farseer is worth. On the other hand, the 2nd edition Tyrannid Warrior is pretty much a legendary mini at this time, so if you can find the right buyer, I think they can offer us something quite cool in return. So I think I'm gonna go with that. But I guess still it's just fingers crossed. Let's go pick up the Tyrannid Warrior. So the next trade, we have an Eldar. Oh, Tyrannid Warrior. You're gonna use it in your new army?
Yep, I realized,
awesome.
I believe that was purchased in 89.
89? I was 2 years old when he bought this. Oh, thank you for a good trade.
Good luck.
And have a good day. Bye-bye. So I just put up the Tyrannid for trade about 3 hours ago, and I haven't had a single person reaching out for a trade, which makes me a little bit worried because I thought this would be like a hot topic among old collectors. But anyway, to get you guys involved in this video, we put up a Facebook page where you can see whatever we're putting out for trade, and if you have something to offer in return for that, you can just write in the comment section underneath whatever post we do. So if you want to be part of that or maybe grab something cool from this entire project, make sure to follow the link that I put down in the video description. But right now I'm a little bit worried, so I think we're gonna let it be for today, and then I'll check in with you tomorrow. So yesterday I didn't get offered a single miniature, but then this morning I was offered a lot of Space Marines. So I thought to myself, hey, this is a big lot of minis. This would probably be awesome as a trade-up. But with that, I was super close to making my first big mistake. And as Lucas showed up, we were just about to head out to make the trade, and apparently these are the most common Space Marine minis available anywhere, because they were in a huge start collecting set that everyone had, and nobody wants to trade for them because nobody plays with them anymore. So even if the potential value might have been a little bit higher, I would probably never be able to find a trade partner. So I wrote and asked the guy if he had something else to trade for, and he looked around his collection and found a Demon Prince, which I thought was a perfect trade. Okay, let's knock on the door. Oh, hey.
Welcome.
Nice. You got trade?
Yes.
Oh, that's perfect. And a little Tyrannid for you.
Thank you. They're about equally as ugly, I would say. Much appreciated.
The same. And yeah, we're gonna see what we can get from this. Thank you so much. And here's the fun thing, as we made our way back, there was a second guy who had seen the discussion I had with this first trade partner this morning, and he wanted the Demon Prince that I was offered. And in exchange, he had the Metal Carnifex, the Screamer Killer, the old legendary metal mini. But there's something to this mini that's kind of familiar. I think I've mentioned this mini in a video before. Games Workshop has given us hot babes such as the Carnifex, or Screamer Killer as it was called. So I didn't even have to put up a new ad, and the guy didn't want to be part of a video, which is completely fair, but this is kind of how the exchange went. Do you wanna build a snowman?
No, please get out of here. I don't want to build a snowman. I put the miniature on the shelf on the left. Take it and run away, please.
Okay, bye. So with that, the new miniature is here. I'm gonna put up the ad, and hopefully I'll be back in a few hours with a new trade. The miniature had been up for 4 days and I haven't received a single trade offer. There was a guy who wanted it, but he didn't have anything in return. So we are gonna put it up on the Facebook group, the one where you guys can join and put in offers for the minis we have. And this will conclude the first video in hopefully what's gonna be an amazing video series that's also gonna give something back to people in need. Thanks to all the patrons who sponsor this channel every week. Without you guys, we would not be able to do this channel. And don't forget to subscribe, because we want to break the bones of Games Workshop! Yes! Have a great day. Bye-bye!